Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be duping this beautiful wreath from Pottery Barn, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be duping another Pottery Barn favorite. This $100 wreath from Pottery Barn caught my eye at the beginning of this month and I knew I needed to dupe it. So we are going to dupe it and it's not going to be $100. Shocker. The first thing that we're going to be using for today's dupe is this 19-inch floral hoop. In the picture, it was in gold. I was planning on spray painting it if I couldn't find one in gold. So yay us, it's in gold. Other things that we're going to be using for this, I picked these branches up for Michael's. So if you don't have a Michael's by you, Michael does have an online store and they have amazing deals running all the time, especially during the holidays now. You'll get 40% off, 25% off, sometimes even a discount on a discounted item. So I picked 2 of these up. I also picked up this mini decor kit that I think is going to work perfect for our project today. And I picked this one up at Walmart. And the last thing that you're going to be using is some red ribbon. So that's it. You can do this project over a weekend. That's it. Let's get started. So first things first, we have our hoop. The fact that it came in gold, I feel is a big help. I got the biggest one that they had. And just so that I can show you more or less what we're going to be doing, my plan is on having this attached to the bottom. So we're going to be working on that. We're going to be using some hot glue. It's very bendable and flexible. So I could even like loop this around it if I wanted some stability. And what we're going to be doing with this, since we're not going to need this, is we're going to just try to bury it in the branches and then use it like so that you don't see it. Okay guys, and don't forget that you guys can do this as personal to you as you want. You can add or take away. I try to stick as close as possible to the image that I'm seeing online so that I can give you guys an alternative for that more expensive item. I'm gonna go ahead and use this part that I'm guessing was welded together as my bottom. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be taking my pine branch and I'm just gonna be kind of fitting it around here. And again, I'm gonna use this welded area as my point, my center point. So instead of gluing it to it for now, until I figure out how I want everything, I'm just gonna go ahead and get one of the branches since I can twist it around it. And just gonna go ahead and put it into place like that. So I want the green to be sticking out here. Then I'm gonna get the other one and I'm gonna do the same thing. Now you can turn and twist it however you want to, which I love. So you just wanna blend it in together. So it's gonna end up looking like this. So now that I have it figured out how I want it, and then also too, you can just kind of move these around just to kind of give it a little bit more fullness. You can just kind of like shape it to whatever you want. So now that I have it where I want to, now I'm gonna go ahead and start attaching it to the actual ring. Okay guys, so for this next part, we're gonna take the most adorable house. I'm in love with this. So what we're gonna be using for the house is this beautiful house from Walmart. I felt it went perfectly with what we were trying to do. So this is gonna go nestled in here. So we might have to move pine cones out of the way. We might even have to remove the pine cones and put pine cones somewhere else if we need to. Again, the hot glue comes in handy. So it's gonna look something like that. Again, it's just an added touch to it, and then the ribbon we're gonna put on top of there. So let's put this in here. All right, guys, so for this next part, instead of putting the trees in like this, I did want to add a little bit of white to them. So I had some white paint. I'm just going to lightly, I'm hoping that it works out just as I imagine it, but I'm just going to lightly put my brush in the paint, dab it off, right? Because I just want something very, very light. And I'm hoping that, yeah, that's the effect that I wanted to get. Just a little bit of white, just so that I can, so that it can look like snow. All right, guys, so these are very fast drying, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put them on. I think they look really nice. So what I'm gonna actually do is try to nestle them in first to see where I want them to go. Then once I have them, then I'll go ahead and slightly move them, add some hot glue, and then stick them to there. So I think that's how I want it there. And then this one, I'm gonna put all the way on this side. What I'm gonna do is just hot glue this one here. So I'm just gonna add some hot glue right there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and nestle it into where I'm gonna stick it. And it should stick. For this next part, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my wreath for measurement on how big I want to keep the ribbon. So it'll be something like this, and I'm going to do it very long just because I can always cut it at the end. So once you know how big you want it, you're going to go ahead and cut. That way you're free to work with this. I also cut off a piece that I'm gonna use for the center. I'm sure you can look up how to tie a ribbon, but so this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and loop it and then loop it on this side. This has wire on it, so it's a little bit harder to work with, but we will make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and press it in the middle, and this will loop around like this. If you have a little bit of wire that you can add, and you can always fix this, but if you have like a little bit of string or wire, anything just to kind of hold it down for you, I would recommend doing so. That way you can adjust if you need to. And then you can kind of see what it's gonna look like once you put it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our extra piece that we cut. And what you can do is just kind of fold it in half, that way it's not too big. You're gonna hot glue it to the back. You might have to even cut off a piece of it. All right, and once that is done, you're just gonna hot glue it here. So I'm gonna add some hot glue. You're gonna hot glue it to the center and then just hold it down. Right, and once I have this here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my ribbon. I'm gonna leave it as long as I want. I think I'm just gonna leave it up to like here. You guys, And here we have it. I mean, I know I say it for all of them, but I am so in love with this. It's just such a simple, I love the simplicity of this wreath, the pine cones. You guys can dress it up with maybe some battery operated lights at the bottom. I think that would look absolutely beautiful and display this on your door. Like, the simplicity of this is just so beautiful. Thank you, Pottery Barn, for the inspiration. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. I post videos every weekend on our family and country life and DIYs whenever I get inspired. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.